Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1951 Royal KMG vintage desktop typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Massive beast, wide carriage, 14 inches of type space, but they rate it as a 15-inch carriage. And they include this, I believe, in their measurements. But when I measure it with a measuring tape, it does have 15 of total clearance, but the platen of type space is only 14 inches or so. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen. And margins are magic margins. The KMG stands for K is key set tabulator on the keyboard. M is the magic margin, and G is the glass keys. It's got glass key tops. Okay, so we're going to load the page and then set the margins. This is your paper bail that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. It's got 3 adjustable rollers for the wide carriage, actually. So right now the margin is pretty close to the edge, but if you wanted it right on the edge, you just hold it and then push the carriage where you want it, flip it back, and it's all the way on the edge. If you want it closer to the middle, you just put the cursor where you want it and then flip the switch like that, and it'll send it to that spot. But I want it pretty close to the edge, like right there, but not on the edge. Pretty good. Same concept with the right side. Say you wanted it towards the middle, you just put it where you want it and then flip the switch, it'll send it to that spot, and then flip it back. If you want it closer to the edge, you hold the carriage release, which is right on top of the knob here, and the magic margin at the same time, and then just drag it to where you want it, and then push it back. So we have maximum clearance, pretty close. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip the switch forward 1 notch. It skips 2. 1 more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now. And I was able to type all the keys on the keyboard in one line because this has Elite typeface, prints 12 characters per inch. So on this next line, I'm just going to print a sentence in red. To switch from black to red, there's a switch on the right side here. Flip that over to the red indicator all the way to the left, and it prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red when you have it in the middle. On the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black when you have it on all the way over to the white, and you have to use this little unlock to move it. It doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. So that lock there is meant to block it so that doesn't accidentally go to that side, and then you think that your typewriter is broken because it's not printing. So we're going to move that over for red. Beautiful. This has got to be one of the best typewriters of all time. Royal made the best desktops. I mean, I like their portables too, but they're not as good as their desktops. These are the top of the line, state of the art desktops. Super smooth, powerful. You can feel the kind of the room shake when you type on this thing. And it's super smooth and easy to type on. It's a workhorse. These things were meant for office use every single day. And it's got the wide carriage. I believe today's age, it's very popular for art people who are into art, and you can print actual, because the art's obviously going to be wider, and you can load it in there and print words on your art, like underneath it or whatever, telling what the art is. Or I don't know, I'm not an artist, but I know that artists buy these wide carriage machines. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Going to flip the color back to the middle for black print. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace, top left. Very good. Tabulator on the keyboard. So this has basically all the premier functions of a top of the line typewriter. Keyboard tab set. Those are usually when you know you're dealing with a premium machine. So I'm just going to clear each one of these by hitting the tab clear button. So now that all the tabs are clear, I'm just going to set one in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. So I'm going to hit the tab set button and test that. Very good. You can set as many tabs as you want on this. Margin release on the right side underneath the tabulator button. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release, it doesn't allow you to get past that, and type all the way to the end. Very good. This is your ribbon reverse. So right now all the brand new ribbons load on the left, so it's pulling counterclockwise to the right. If you want to flip that direction, you flip this switch here and it'll pull clockwise to the left. And this is, if you were used to portables, the way they're threaded with the ribbon, this is threaded from underneath instead of over the top. So it's a different thread. Usually desktops are that way. Pretty sure all desktops are threaded from underneath. And I'm not exactly sure why. It's got to have something to do with the way it pulls with these bigger machines. And if you want to, so when you move the carriage on these Royals, if you don't hold this button here that's next to your ribbon reverse, this puts it in the middle so it doesn't move the ribbon when you move the carriage. You let it go and it spins the ribbon when you move the carriage. So this is, you want to move the carriage without spinning the ribbon for whatever reason. But I'm going to switch it back to the right, and so it's pulling to the right side. Very good. Touch control on the right side here. Righty-tighty, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. And there's a number here, 0 to 9, I believe. And lefty-loosey loosens it right now. I'm just going to keep that on 0. Carriage release. And that, what that does is that just increases the tension when you type the key of the keys when you type. So you do have to hit the keys harder when it's on high tension, but they respond faster. So you just want to play with that to gauge what your preferences as far as touch control goes. It's got a pretty heavy touch. It's a big desktop, so I like it on low on this one. Carriage release on top. This is your paper release, and this is your margin, magic margin. You can also set the margins manually if you prefer that, just by pinching them like this and moving them. Flip. You could do it from the front. Just flip the panel on the front like that. You can also do it like this too. This is to reset them. You just push them in with your fingers or pull them out. If your magic margin is broken, then you can just do it like that. And magic margin, this is your line space retainer. It will stop the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. Same thing when you push the button in here. Flip that back, you push the button in, turn this, and you lose your line though, so you don't want to do that unless you absolutely have to. And page gauge on the inside of the left side of the platen, that just lets you know when you're getting close to the end of the page. You just put it on set when you load the page, and it'll tell you when you're getting close to the bottom. This is a little warning, and then that's the end of the page. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.